Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wise.
Hello YouTube fans, and our Halloween is on its way. Why not the second one of the Dracula films? Again, starring my mate, Christopher Lee. That's right, Christopher Lee. Now, funny enough, this was like 10 years after the original, that being The Horrors of Dracula, and this was for 1966. Now, a lot of people say it's not the best one, they say it's the weakest, and I remember defending this before. You want to go to the weakest one, go to Dracula's specific rim job. Granted, I can watch that as a time waster. Go to Dracula 1970 AD, which I call a dick, because it's shit. Them two, I can watch the time wasters, and I've admitted that a few times. I can watch Dracula 1972 AD. I can watch the Pacific Rights, I use a proper name, as time wasters. But they're not good films. In all fair said and done, people, they are not good films. This one, on the other hand, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. So where does it start? It starts off where it's all the ending of The Horrors of Dracula, where you've got Peter Cushing chasing Dracula, the famous bit what I mentioned at the end, where he pulls the prize up and Dracula gets melted. It shows all that. And then it starts, I love the ending where it's all like these prolific childs, and it's like that. You've got like a ring round it showing flashbacks of memory lane. And then you've got the words itself, Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Sad to say, I think the same there. Peter Cushing was doing the second Doctor Who. We all know he played Doctor Who in that being 1966. So I think at the same time he was doing Daleks Have Faded the Earth, which was his second outing as Doctor Who, the movie version, that is. So that's probably one of the reasons why he didn't appear as Van Helsing in this. There's probably other reasons, I know. Maybe he didn't want to be typecasted being Van Helsing all the time. Or he just was doing Doctor Who at the time. So that's probably why he wasn't in this one. But you've got this couple, not like in English people, who are fishing in a town. And, they're fishing in this area. Right? Now, you do get, before you get all that, you've got these people about to sacrifice this deer. You've got the mother, you've got the idea it's the mother saying, no, don't stay with my daughter. And I'm thinking, why not? She's brown fucking bed. She's not going to feel it. But this big beard, proper badass, comes in and says to him, you stay calm, I'm going to kick your ass. Oh, he doesn't exactly say that, but he basically tells him that. He basically tells him to fuck off and leave her alone and do the right thing and bury her. She's dead. Give her some respect. And now you get the couple what come in. And they want to move around and they're taffling. They're in this pub, really snoopy pub. One of them pubs that was dead snoopy and give you snotty looks. I mean, I've been in pubs like that myself. The priest comes in and he basically told them not to go to Tasselport. I can't pronounce the word right, but you know what I mean? He told them not to go to Tasselport near Tasselfania, near Dracula's home. But because they're thick, they ignore him and they go anyway. They go anyway to the Tassel because the dada, the stupid. And long behold, that's where the mistakes happen, because they ignored him and they basically laughed in his face and told him to fuck off. That's their outdoing, because they've got this guy sort of like a butler. He's all right, all cheapy looking, and he basically kills one of the men. But I love to see it. He slits his throat and he's got blood dripping here, blood dripping there, and blood just goes gushing down, right? It's hard to explain, but the blood just comes dripping down and it resurrects our mate, that being Dracula. Resurrects him. And it kind of reminds me of Elm Street 4, Elm Street 4, and the way it was done in that. What I mean by it reminds me of that is the way it's done. You've ever seen Elm Street 4, the Team Master. The effects not that good. It was like, the mid-60s and everything. But I do love to see when the hand comes out and then Dracula. The only downfall is Christopher Lee doesn't have any lines. People say he barely talks in any of the Dracula films. He doesn't even talk in this. In this, he's a bloody mute. He's a mute. Doesn't talk at all. There was a rumour at the time, there were these lines, he didn't want to do it, he hated doing it, he thought they were stupid, and he turned into a bloody moot doing it. Or they just didn't do many lines, so there's two different ways of looking at it. But Dracula he gets one woman, bit of a nerdy woman, but it turns her into a set simple. Sad to say the actress is no longer with us. Bites her, turns her into a vampire. Long below, they find out what's going on, this other couple, they do the right thing, and they get out of there. But then they bump into our big piece, the big mustardy one with the beard, and he told them the story about Dracula, about the evil vampire and all this. They get the woman what's turned into a vampire. Again, different era, different time. You don't see it, but you got the idea. The staker. Dracula goes in, tries to bite the girl. But I love the scene. There's a scene in this which reminds me of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Again, different era, so they couldn't have sewn it, where he cuts his chest there. Just like they did in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Another one with Terry Oldman. And, you know, they've got the ideas of going to, but then they come in the nick of time. But then he gets the dough and he runs off. He just put one guy in a trance and all. I do notice that. He likes to eat bugs. That reminds me of Fencefield. You know, the one with the evil laugh. He was in Luffing First Bite. And I think they also had him in the 30s one. And I think they had him in the 79 one. Fencefield. He eats bugs. Let's see where he's going to eat bugs. It's kind of a love letter there to Fencefield. And, but, like I say, they're both in coffins. You've got that weird looking butler. They ride off, and out of luck, the coffins land on ice, and the dog gets out of dodge. She gets out of dodge. But I do love the scene. I love the scene where they're out of dodge, right? It's hard to explain. But they're out of dodge, and Dracula's fighting with the die, and the dog gets a shot done, shoots the ice, and Dracula falls to his doom. Now, I do know they did use a stunt double there, and the stuntman's been in a lot of the Dracula films. Did you know the stunts for Christopher Lee? And there's bits for Christopher Lee did it himself. So it's not a good scene, really. I do like the scene where he's falling in ice. That bit was, you can tell, was done by Christopher Lee, done on set. Bit of dangerous stunt, so I do give Christopher Lee do there. It ends where you see him frozen in ice, and it ends into a couple of days until they make the foil up. That being Dracula Listens from the Grave. But yeah, I didn't think it was a bad one. Not as good as Horror of Dracula, but not as bad as what people make it out to be. You know what I mean? It's like I said, if you want to see one what's rubbish, you want to see one what's garbage, what's Dracula 72 AD, which in my eyes is fucking horrendous. What's Dracula Pacific Rim Job, which even is worse. Doesn't know whether it's a spy movie or a freaking bomb movie. Doesn't know whether it's a devil worshipping movie. Doesn't even know whether it's a fucking Dracula film. But I can watch that as a time waster. In one point, I even think it's a fucking bikers film. Got bikers in it. In a Dracula film. Yeah, seriously. But this one, Dracula Prince of Darkness, not as bad as what people make it out to be. Not Oscar-worthy, it's not a date film, but it's not bad. So I'll give it a 2-star rating. It's average, but if you like back in the Gothic days and you like Hammer House films, it's a good hour off your time. Into then, I'll see you soon for some more movies. And when Halloween does come, have a happy Halloween.